First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
What? 380!
Line 40, line 40. Walk the flag, walk the flag.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wilson running left on the option, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Push him back.
They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 20, Mike 20. What's the run? Go. Ready.
Throwing on first down. Herbert, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hey, Alpha.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain there of 21 yards. From the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
There we go.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready?
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
We got to go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Freeman a first down and more. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. Touchdown Titans. Devontae Freeman. 85 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Gets fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it, but boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. On 1st and 10, Herbert, he'll run it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 1. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Kill. Check.
Hey, switch gears. Switch.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Herbert. He'll get this one to Galladay. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again.
It's a gain of 10.
30 base. 80 weapons. You got
Lions. There go Mike 20.
Go.
First and 10.
Go.
On 1st down, Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, Humphreys. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first and 10, it's Wilson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dylan Cantrell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
What? 90. 95.
Kill. Turn up.
On second down, it's Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Devontae Freeman as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Joker.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
General West. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. Lucky. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Herbert. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Herbert, open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line.
On the set. 61. Match box right.
Throwing on first down. Herbert being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's to Fulgham, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Check four.
On third down, Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Steps away to his left. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 35. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on third down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Now the ball comes loose. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Whip.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll run it with Williams. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back. They've got his man, complete, past the 20, and he'll get into the end zone, touchdown Detroit. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third and long, it's Wilson. And he finds Howard complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Robert Tanyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And now look at him go. The 20. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Touchdown, Tennessee. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have. He's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Cannon. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Titans. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go, here we go.
On first down, Herbert. Now he's flushed out left.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. Throwing on first down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Herbert. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. They're going to need some therapy after this. Bravo.
On first and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Fulgham, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Open man is Cantrell. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Throwing on second down. Wilson gets it off to Freeman. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing now is Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss.